Hello, you welcome to I Can Make It. Welcome to another edition of I Can Make It today. I love you and I know you've been blessed watching our program and I want to hear from you. Well, you are welcome to I Can Make It today and this is Simon and Samantha, brother Kalusu saying you can make it.
Make it.
Hello, brother.
Hello, good
What a
morning.
good thing to be alive. You
Alive.
know, every day I appreciate life. Thank God for the
Yeah,
life He has given to us. We want to
sure.
thank Him for the gift of life. Many have gone,
Hmm.
but we are here. And because we are here, it's not because of our goodness, it's because of His mercy.
Yeah,
So you are welcome to I Can Make It. I
yeah.
don't know about you this morning. I have something to celebrate.
Hmm.
Why? What are we celebrating? You know, one of the things I told my children this morning is that if you really want to appreciate your job, imagine yourself without a job. If you want
Wow.
to appreciate your
Yeah,
wife,
you
yourself
said that to me too
yes,
earlier. I remember.
yes,
Yes, that's true. Yes.
without your wife.
Mm.
Just imagine.
Just imagine it, and then you
Yes.
realize how
You know how
important. Yes,
important it is.
that's
Imagine
true.
you come home
Mm.
as a man,
And
your
you don't
wife is
find your
not
wife
there,
at home.
and you are not going to see her again.
Mm.
How will you miss her? So value what you have.
Mm.
And one of the things that have made a lot of people not to see life from that perspective is lack of value. What you don't value, you lose. What you don't value, you lose. What you value, you keep. You appreciate. It will not depreciate. Let's give value to our relationship, give value to life, give value to the things around us, give value to our job. I also give value to coming to share thought with you on I Can Make It. I just imagine that I just wake up and yet I'm not able to come to the studio. So I value you as you listen to this program. Your life will never remain the same. I can make it. You can. Both of us together will testify in this journey of life. You can make it. Thank you, brother,
Thank you
for
so
always
much.
coming to share
Thank you
thoughts
so
with us.
much. Let me also use this opportunity to say thank you so much, viewers. Thank you. I mean, without you, there'll be no need to come, to sit here
Yeah.
and share thoughts. We want to thank you for always sticking out. We know some of you every time it is time for this program, you go and sit glued to your TV because you want to learn. We thank you so much. And again, we want to say we celebrate you. We celebrate your victories. We celebrate your prosperity. We celebrate your successes. Thank you so much for being there. We celebrate you. All right, we want to talk about, a series of people, remaining in poverty. That is a game that we want to talk about today. You have heard of all kinds of games. You have heard of football, soccer game. You've heard of chess game. All kinds of game. That is a game that we want to look at today. And this game is called what? The blame game. That is one of the things that is putting people, down in poverty. All right. Why didn't you wake up 6 o'clock? Because my wristwatch, or because my what's it called now, my alarm bell, didn't work. Okay, so why didn't you go for the appointment? Because it was raining. Yeah, okay. So why didn't you go for the 12 o'clock appointment in the afternoon? He said because the sun was shining at a very high level. Why didn't you go to school? Because my father didn't train me. Why didn't you? Everything, it's a game, but it is a very, very funny game. And that is the game that people are playing a lot, and it's keeping them down, down there in abject poverty. So I say here, if you are in the early 20s, you would most find excuses that you cannot earn yet. All right, so yes, if you're already playing the blame game that things are not in your favor, you are most likely going to stay poor all your life. Stop playing what the blame game. Get out, okay, and do something with your life.
And if you don't do something with life,
Life will do something with you.
Now, it doesn't matter. You start early, you arrive early. Now, it doesn't matter. Sometimes, I remember those days when we were much younger, in the 20s, before 20 years, because I came from a background where everything was not all right. Now, very early in the morning, we go to Pakistan from the borrow pit, and we keep it so that we can sell it. And we used to sell it cheap at those days for 9 naira.
9 naira.
Yeah, 9 naira. So we sell it.
Not 19 naira.
No, 9
9
naira.
naira.
The cheaper. Now this six tire. We sell it for 9 naira. Sometimes I'll go early. Then when I get there, I'll park, and the other guy that park his own before he come, I will sell the guys and sell my own together. then I will get the 9 naira. Then when the guy come, we negotiate how much I will give to him.
Yeah, because you sold for him, so you should get your commission.
So I have to pack your own to join my own. How much is your own? It's not up to one trip. At the end of the day, I negotiate with him. At the end of the day, I end up giving him 3 naira. And
wow, you make an extra,
I guess
extra naira. Yeah.
Listen to me. If you know that excuse is a currency of a poor-minded person, and if you learn to make excuse, you might not learn to make any other thing. Stop making excuse, because there's always excuse. Why taking that shortcut? An excuse is the longest road in life. Some people just magnify the where they find themselves. Oh, my father did not send me to school. Now, why did you not send yourself to school? Why not improve yourself? Why not get engaged? Buy it to develop yourself. Now your father is gone, you are still blaming your mother. And now your mother is gone, you are blaming your uncle. Oh, nobody come. Let me tell you, nobody owe you nothing. Your friend doesn't owe you, the government doesn't owe you. Nobody owe you nothing. Even those in government, they were not born into government. Check their history. Some of them, their father did not even know the city where their son is the governor or whatever. They became what they became because they desired to go there. What's stopping you? Who asked you not to print poster and write Mr. President? Who said so? Where's the law? Were they passed into law that you should not become president or governor? It's just that you are not taking in that direction and you are making excuse. Excuse is a currency of a poor-minded person, and if you keep on making excuse, you might not be able to make any other thing in life. So why not take responsibility and stop the blame game? Don't blame anybody. I've often told people, nobody owe me anything. So I just live my life, and if you ever give to me, glory be to God, thank you very much. But you don't owe me. You are not the reason why I'm where I am. The reason why I'm where I am because of the things I don't know, or the things I know that I have not done or apply myself to, and that is why I'm where I am. And by the grace of God, I'm going forward. I can make it. You can bring that dream to pass. A lot of people in life will read about, we also know their story. They apply themselves, and today they were not where they want to be. They were not where they used to be.
That's right.
They are all work in progress. You can join this team, a bandwagon of people that made up their mind to become somebody in life. You can make it. Don't just give them, start complaining. Oh, the economy is bad. Oh, the government is not giving employment. The government have even told you they themselves need employment. They need, government need to be employed. They need to be engaged.
You know, I sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. I've shared this in one of the episodes where somewhere, you know, in the northeast, two men were talking, and then one of them said, the weather is very, very hot. And then the other one said, that's true. So what is the federal government doing about it?
Oh, they want the federal government. And unfortunately, the federal government does not know dash how to reduce the heat from the sun. There's not.
So a lot of people just complain about, you know, things that they are not even, they themselves cannot even do anything.
They need to plant trees. If they have asked
go ahead, plant trees, you know.
Stay under the tree.
Yes, yes. And you have to wait. When you sow the seed, you have to wait. Take the time to wait until that seed, you know, grows, germinates, grows, and then becomes what? A tree where, and then you, for yourself, and then for, you know, for the, you know, in fact, one of the things, you know, one of the things I see is people playing with victims, you know, mentality. Yes, mentality. So anywhere you see people, you know, playing this kind of game, this kind of blame victim game, is victim. Yes, we are marginalized. Some even say I am the last born of my family. You know, you are the this, you are the this. You know, all kinds of.
That's why in my house there's no last born.
There's no last born.
Everybody's born. Everybody is born. Don't last born here because you can't be last here.
You can, yes.
As the born, you know, there's a saying that it is not firstborn that killed the father. Anybody that have money, let it bury his son, let it bury his father. It's not the firstborn that killed it.
Okay, the firstborn was making a claim for himself, making a case for himself.
Anybody that have money, come and bury your father. It's not the firstborn.
It's not the firstborn that killed.
So bring money. Let's bury our dad. So
together.
Excuse is a currency of a poor-minded person. Stop making excuse. Stop blaming somebody like the one that said they are blaming the federal government. The sun is too much.
For the hot weather.
Let me tell you something. You need to walk. You need to rise up. Take responsibility so that you can have the best of life.
If the weather is very hot, get an umbrella for you. If you
Yeah.
can't plant a tree, if you cannot wait for
Plant
that
a
seed,
tree.
yeah, get an umbrella. Is it not so?
Yeah.
Get a shade, for yourself, and just stop blaming, everybody. Like somebody said, sometimes for you husbands. Yeah, don't blame your wife for the soup is too salty. The soup is too salty. No, you can make a joke out of it. You can say, honey or sweetheart, it's like there was a salt bonanza today in the market.
Well, instead of fighting about it.
Instead of fighting about it, blame. Yeah, you caught a cold because the weather was too cold. Can't you do something about the cold yourself? Can't you get sweater? You caught malaria because there are mosquitoes. You can do something about it. Why are you blaming? Blame. Yeah, please get that game is not the best game. If you want to play real game, play prosperity game. Play success game.
Yeah.
Go. Do something. There are principles that you need to follow in life. To prosper. You like to talk about some of these principles because I know you are a principled man when it comes to prosperity.
The truth is that you just learn that money, like I wrote something that learn that money does not, solve everything.
Wow.
Money does not. Like we're talking about value.
Value. Yes.
Yeah. Money does not solve everything. You should also learn that value your life, your family life. Learn that this thing. You also learn not to listen to gossip. If you want to go far.
Wow.
Listen to gossip.
That's on point. Yes.
When you listen to gossip, then you might not go. You also learn to appreciate your health. Because you can't buy you can't buy a liver. You need to learn that health is wealth.
Health is
not
wealth.
just money. How will you feel you have about 100 billion in your account and you have a liver problem?
God forbid. You forbid it. I forbid it.
And now, if you are not going to have a liver problem, you better stop doing some damage.
Something,
to your liver.
yes, that's true.
So these are health. These are the things that will help you. You should also learn to understand the importance of tolerance and forgiveness.
Forgiveness. These are principles.
Yeah, you should also learn. They are
Success,
principles.
yes.
Yeah, success principles. You learn that you can't forgive what you can't give.
Wow.
You cannot forgive what you can give. So it's because you can. So do what you can, and so you can give it out. So it's very important that you stop making excuse. I also wrote down here, you should learn that people's opinion about you does not matter. If you look at people's opinion, especially when the opinion, when you know that these things are not right, people will always talk. Allow them to talk. That is why I said in the other episode, you need to be deaf if you want to succeed. Because if people can't get to use you, if people cannot use you, they'll criticize you. Check, critics. Is that what they are saying? Is it correct? I learned it long ago. If it's correct, change. If it's not correct, go ahead. Do what you know. At the end of the day, time, the difference between you and anybody is time. So take your time. Don't be ashamed to take your time. Don't be afraid to learn that all of these things that you learn can take you to where you want to go. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming your father. Stop blaming. I started appreciating my dad. There are so many things I expected my dad to do.
He didn't do. But of course, anyway, yes.
But at the end of the day, I learned.
You appreciate him, yes.
As a very young man, at the age of 9, I started telling myself, my father is this, my father is this, but I'm going to try. And over the years, today I'm 55, but I'm moving forward.
You're moving forward, strong, healthy, doing so well.
I'm not
bouncing,
going to give down.
Bouncing.
I'm not going to look down.
You didn't throw yourself into that cocoon of victims mentality.
I'm
you know
victor.
that we are a victor. That's what I was going to say.
I'm
Yes,
a victor.
we are victors.
I will not give up until I win.
That's right.
We are not. If you need to put on generator, we'll play this game.
Yes.
There's no gem we on candle. I'm going to win.
Success game. That is
Yes.
what it's
If
called.
you
Prosperity
play
game. Yes.
You just win. No particular, no problem. They are leprosy. I'm going to win. I'm just going to win.
That's right.
Because other countries, other nations, other family, other people you see, people make it happen. Why
right.
is your own exception?
That's right.
So just on. Who play
Take the responsibility.
Yeah, take responsibility. If you now begin to blame other people, you have lost your responsibility. And without responsibility, you are not responsible. And if you are not responsible, you are not needed. You are a byword. And if you are a byword, nobody will give you attention. And life will give you direction. So you just have to take responsibility. Who is the man here? I am. What can you take? Say, try it. Let's go. Let's go. I can. Before
That's
you know
right.
it, you have
You are
strength.
moving,
And the
yes.
more you use what you have, the more sharper you become.
That's right.
The more you use what you have, the more sharper you become. The more you use what you have, the more better you become. The more you say I am, you am, because you said I am. If you said I am not, nobody will remember you. You have to do something about life. You see, it's very important for us as people that believe that we can make it, to know we can, to constantly give attention to what we believe, to constantly not look down on ourselves, not look down on people, just begin to tell yourself, I can make it. Encourage your children, encourage your wife, bring your children, call them the name you want them to bear, and tell them they can make it. Encourage them. Oh, in school you said, child, I want you to go to school and become the best. You can do
That's
this.
right.
Yeah, begin
Beautiful.
to encourage them,
Beautiful.
inspire them.
Beautiful.
Stop talking
Beautiful.
down on them.
Beautiful.
Start
Beautiful.
telling your children they can make it. Your wife, you look beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So behold and beautify
Beauty.
your beholding. Don't just look down on your beholding. Every time I wake up in the morning, I tell my wife, you are a good woman.
That's right.
I kept on saying it.
That's
you are a
right.
good,
You are watering
and
her,
she's-
watering
I'm
her,
telling
washing
you,
her.
She's doing me good because it even make her gooder.
Yes.
She begin to
You know,
do
those
good all the
affirmations
time.
would
Yes.
encourage her, you know
Yes,
what?
that
Yes.
you good
Yes.
woman. It's not going to do me bad. No. And I'm a good man to my wife. I do good. I do her good. I will not do her evil. So constantly you tell yourself you can succeed, you can make it. Whatever you see anywhere that is working, people are making it work. Is there an organization? There's a place, I read this in the Bible, it said every house is
It's
built,
built
by some men.
men.
And he that built up is God. But he uses people. America as a nation, people sat down and said, this dollar is going to be used all over the world. They sat down. Listen to me. A life not planned for cannot believe. If you don't have plan, then you don't have a life. Because you just escort people to this world. But I tell you something, if you say your head is not useful, borrow me your head. We can use it for something.
I will tell you that you have that head. Give it to me.
Give it to me.
And you will see
I'll
what will
borrow
come
it.
out of it.
I'll borrow your head.
You know, so talking about blame game, you know, I remember the story of David in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, one time he had a crisis, serious crisis in his life. I mean, him and his, you know, fellow soldiers, they had left their home, you know, and then after a few days, some raiders went to, you know, the village and raided everything, took everything, you know, and they came and they were crying. They were crying. They were crying. They were crying. But there was no time for blame. As a matter of truth, some other people, his people blamed him because they were going to, you know, throw stones at him. But he didn't see anything to blame. All right. He did what? He encouraged himself, you know, in the Lord. What about Joseph? The same thing. He was in prison for how long? For how long? How long? When his brothers, people who, you know, orchestrated his entering prison, when they showed up, you know, he forgave them. There was no, you know,
meant
and all
for
that.
evil.
Yes, you know,
God
you
has
know,
turned it around
you
for
know,
good.
and all that. What about Nelson Mandela? You know, of you know, blessed man. He was in prison for 27 years. He came out. There was no blame. There was no, just forgive. You know, everybody. You know, and life.
A
you know,
man that is violent is not taking responsibility. A violent man is afraid. But a man that forgives, like I said, he has something to give.
to give.
He forgives because he can
To
give.
give.
Now a man that cannot give withhold, and there is that withhold that leaded to
To
poverty.
poverty.
Now you must learn to have a release. Everything about you as a man is a release. You release it. Let it go. If you go, it will come back. Let's learn not to make excuses. Whether in our home, take responsibility. When you blame, when you take responsibility, you become a responsible person. But when you don't take responsibility, you become an irresponsible man.
You know,
Because you are not
as
taking
we're saying that, I see that one of the very bad effects of blame game is that you begin to have hate. You begin to hate.
Yeah.
You begin to hate.
Yeah.
I know people who cannot forgive their parents. I know people who cannot forgive their uncles. I know people who cannot forgive, you know, because that, you know, that game, that blame game. My uncle had money. I wanted to go write a WAEC. He didn't give me money to write WAEC, you know. And that hate, that so much hate is there. So attached to that blame game is what is hate, and it will take you down. It will take you down. It will just keep you where on a spot. Like he said, please release everybody. Please, if you say your head is not useful, Give it to us. Give it
Give
to
it
us
to
here
us,
in
we'll
I can
borrow
make
it.
it. Give it to us, and you will see what we can make out of it. Please stop blaming and stop playing the game of what of prosperity. There are principles of success in life, that can engage. Ask questions when you need to ask questions. Just make sure you are moving forward. Just make sure you are moving forward and
Very
upward and forward and forward going.
Very
Thank you so much. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
What I want to say is that life is for the living.
Mm.
It doesn't matter what you are going
Thank God
through.
you are alive. Thank
Make
God you
sure
are alive.
you are not blaming anybody.
Anybody.
We love you. Until we see you again in our next edition. This is Simon and Samantha. I'm Brother Callisto saying,
You can make it.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
God
Congratulations.
bless.